This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Hi, everybody.
G'day.
Comedians, two of them,
all over the
at
place.
the same time, if you don't mind. Tom Ballard and Rhys Nicholson joined us today.
Not too bad. We discuss about how people are so over the top with everything these
God.
days. Like when you go to a wedding or a bachelor party with someone's kids, there's like custom print jobs. You have to get a matching tracksuit. It's like, oh my God, we can't even afford bread.
That is so true.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun. This is what I came for. Yeah. Perth's Nova 937. Keep on giving me all you got.
It's 6:05. Nathan, Nat and Shaun. Happy Wednesday, everybody. You all right, Shaun?
No, I'm put off by Nathan. He's chewing. He's getting down a lozenge at the moment.
Not a lozenge.
I think it's
not a lozenge.
black currant of some sort.
It's just a lolly.
It's a lolly.
It's either that or
I'm
you're chewing
eating-
tobacco about to steal home.
No, I'm eating a lolly. A lolly.
A 6:05 lolly.
Yeah. So Harry has a packet he found in the kitchen. They're called Fun Days.
Give us all one then, Fun Days.
Like, no sugar. No sugar. No sugar.
Get out.
No. And I just had a milk bottle before, and I got to say, it's one of the best times I've had this year. Eating that milk bottle.
Shaun's having a raspberry.
Try her raspberry.
And you can see what I mean? Like, it's
Minus the raspberry.
it's not a sweet. Is there any of my milk bottles in there, Natalie?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Good for you, because Nathan loves the milk bottles.
I was enjoying those.
Do you want to try one? There's one left.
Hey, you can't have
Do you
that,
want an extra one?
because milk's only for tea. You can't have that, mate.
It's a great point.
Well, it's been so long since you crack open a pack of lollies. Do you have lollies? Being a single person, Natalie, do you not take things into the house?
I know what you mean, Nathan. So I don't buy like biscuits or I don't have lollies. I don't have... What else don't I have?
Chips.
Ice
packets of
cream.
chips.
Oh, packs of chips.
Yeah.
I don't have ice cream. Sometimes, like in summer, I might have ice cream, but I only buy the smaller container, not a big 4 litre.
If people are going, why? This is the thing.
Because otherwise you eat it all.
It's easy.
When you've got it in the fridge or in the pantry or whatever, right? And then, like, if you're getting into family and then suddenly it's all gone, you're going, oh, where did it go? When you live alone, when it's all gone, you go, you know where it went.
Exactly where it
went
went.
in you.
Yeah, but it's much easier living alone and not having to purchase those things, because if it's in the house someone else brings it in, then you have to eat it.
But then even, Shaun, take it away from lollies, right? Say if I buy a quiche, a whole quiche, I can see via pie chart how much of that's in me.
Literal pie chart.
That's my point.
So whereas you can go, oh, the kids ate it. We don't
Yeah, but
have
no
that.
food.
We don't have that scapegoat. Sometimes if I leave
don't have the
something out,
scapegoat.
the dog might eat it, but like that's rare, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know. There's pros and cons, guys. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I mean, we'll be going in a nursing home and no one will visit us. At the end of our life, you'll be having a family look after you. So there are, Shaun.
We'll just be there with our whole quiches.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Harvey's.
I can give you half.
Get 50% off selected Domino's pizzas this week only. Order in-store or online at domino's.com.au. Conditions apply.
All right, we have $1,000 bucks. $1,000 bucks.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. Thanks to our friends at Domino's.
Emma and Steve are going to battle it out this morning. We'll start with you, Emma. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi, Em. $1,000 would be pretty handy right now, yes?
Oh, yes, please.
What are we going to do with it?
Live.
So,
It's a
be really
very
important,
honest
Emma.
answer,
yeah,
Emma.
seems a bit posh.
Yes.
Take down your expectations there. You're going against Steve from Warnbro. He wants the $1,000 though, don't you, Steve?
Absolutely, I do.
Yeah.
What
So
do you want for?
Emma's got this like fanciful plan of living.
Do you just want to buy some caviar?
What do you want to do?
Buy some burnout tyres.
Burnout tires.
Some burnout. How much are burnout tyres retailing for?
Oh, they're not cheap.
Yeah.
Steve, that is
Do you get retreads
the
or
most
second-hand
hilarious
just to
answer.
carve them up, or do you get new
brand,
ones?
brand new ones. Brand new ones.
He's not a savage.
And how long does a set of burnout tyres last?
In between a minute or two.
In between a minute or two.
That's amazing.
All right, here's what's going to happen. We have
Cost
10
of living.
questions. You're going to get 5 each, okay? We'll take turns. We'll give you half the question. If you can provide the correct answer after just half the question, you'll score 2 points.
Oh, that's good.
So you can have a crack at that.
Yep.
There's no harm in getting that wrong. If you get it wrong, we will then ask you the rest of the question. You get that right, we'll give you 1 point. Whoever has the highest total after 5 questions will win the $1,000. Will it be living or will it be burnout tyres?
All right.
There's a lot on the line
Let's
here.
see.
Heaps.
All right, are we ready?
Emma, you're going first.
Yep.
Your first question.
Here we go. For 2 points. In addition to being a girl's best friend, what?
Diamond.
Diamond is correct.
Answer the rest of the question, Shaun.
Well done. That is 2 points. Here is the question in entirety. In addition to being a girl's best friend, what is known to be the hardest mineral on Earth?
There
You
go.
are
Get it.
absolutely correct. Emma leads 2-0. All right, this one's for you, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Hi.
For 2 points. Which popular chocolate bar has both... Guess. Oh, you need to have a crack at it, Steve. No joy. We'll go for 1 point. Okay, here we go. For 1 point. Which popular chocolate bar has both the logo and the shape of a mountain peak on it?
Oh, shit. I know that.
I know.
Quick.
Nah. No.
Everyone, you get it at duty free.
Toblerone, of course.
Flying out, flying in.
Got a picture of the Matterhorn on it.
Yes, yes. Emma's... Are you ready?
Next question, Emma.
Emma wants to eat.
Emma. Secluded in the Nevada desert, which US military base has...
What's good?
Oh, time's up. Okay,
All right, for 1 point.
Here we go.
For 1 point. Secluded in the Nevada desert, which US military base has long been associated with UFO government secrets?
I know that one.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, you'll go, Steve.
I'm here on Area 51.
Yes.
It is
Well
Area
done.
51.
That's 1 point.
Emma leads 3-0. Okay.
Same question for you, Steve. No.
Love Steve. I know that one.
Steve, for 2 points. In Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball music video,
She rides the wrecking ball.
Yes.
2 points.
She does. Yes. Steve, well done.
here's the rest of the questions. In Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball music video, what was Miley swinging from while naked? Yeah, Wrecking
Well,
Ball.
well
Natalie,
done.
what's that done?
Emma still leads 3-2.
Okay, geez, he's back in the game, though.
All right, so this is your next question, Emma. For 2 points. Which family member in TV's The Simpsons... Have a crack.
Bart. That's Bart.
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 Bart is incorrect, I'm afraid. For 1 point, you just had to have a guess. For 1 point, which family member in TV's The Simpsons is the sister to a set of identical twins?
Marge.
Marge
Yes,
is
it is
correct.
Marge.
Pat and Selma
That's right.
on the Laramies.
Emma leads 4-2.
All right, Steve, here we go. For 2 points. A jack-o'-lantern is a popular decoration.
Can you say that again?
A jack-o'-lantern is a popular decoration.
For Chinese New Year.
Incorrect.
No. A jack-o'-lantern is a popular decoration where a face is carved into which produce? For 1 point.
Pumpkin.
Yes.
Correct.
She's
Steve's
hanging on,
in
isn't
there.
he? He's just hanging in.
Emma leads 4-3.
Emma, back to you for 2 points. The coastal town of Byron Bay is renowned for...
Time's up, I'm afraid.
Not a bad answer.
Yep.
It's not right.
1 point.
For 1 point. The coastal town of Byron Bay is renowned for being the home of which Aussie Marvel movie star?
Time's up. Time's up.
Chris Hemsworth. Steve knew it. Steve knew it. Getting the wrong
Steve knew
question.
it.
Steve can smell the burning rubber. She's like, oh.
Emma still leads 4-3. Steve, your question for 2 points. Smooth, crunchy and super crunchy are all...
Big shakes.
Incorrect. Steve, for 1 point. For 1 point. Smooth, crunchy and super crunchy are all variations of
peanut
which
butter.
popular sandwich spread? All right, you've tied it up though, Steve. You've tied it up.
there's
It
only
is
a couple
4
left.
all. There is 1 question each remaining.
Oh,
This
my
is tight.
gosh. Okay, here
Okay,
we go.
Emma, your last question.
Yep.
Emma, which of the British royal princes was
Harry.
Incorrect.
for 1 point? Which of the British royal princes was deployed to the Falkland Islands in 2012?
The other one.
What's his name? What's his name?
What's it doing?
William.
Oh, yes. Steve's right. It was William. Future King, William. Okay, it's all tied up. Steve, if you get any score here, you'll take it out, and new burnout ties will be all yours.
And Steve, can we tell you right now, we've got burnout ties up on the big screen here. And
Highway Max.
there is blue and pink, red and blue. There's green smoke.
Yeah.
Blue smoke,
Blue
orange smoke.
Orange smoke.
Pink smoke, no.
Can you imagine it?
So there's a lot on the line here.
Okay, for 2 points. The late Steve Jobs was famously known for...
Plumber.
No, it wasn't a plumber. Okay, for 1 point and the victory.
Oh, no.
I'm feeling a tiebreaker.
Oh, no.
Who else? Okay, here's the question for 1 point, as Nelly said, the victory. The late Steve Jobs was famously known for always wearing a turtleneck in which colour?
Sure.
Quick.
Blue.
Incorrect. It's a tie.
It's black. Was
Black.
black. Do you know who
Steve
Steve
Jobs
Jobs
Apple.
is? Yeah, he's the guy that created Apple. All right.
All right, we move into tie-break conditions. Okay, here's what's going to happen. We're going to ask you a question. If you think you know the answer, buzz in with your name. If you get it right, you win. If you get it wrong, your opponent wins. Let's test your buzzers. Emma?
Emma.
Steve?
Steve.
All right.
Here we go for the
The
tiebreaker.
nerves.
Does Donald Duck wear pants?
No.
Emma.
Steve.
Oh. Steve?
No.
Is correct.
How does he get away with it? You know what I mean? How does he get away
Donald
with
Duck or Steve?
Steve.
Both of them.
Steve, you won $1,000 cash thanks to Domino's. New burnout ties are all yours, my
Steve.
friend.
Thank you very, very much.
Sorry,
Steve,
Emma.
Steve, I'd like you to get the red and teal. I think the red and teal look nice.
Oh, it's a great smoke
Hey,
combination.
Emma, there is a consolation prize. Both you and Steve are in the running for Nova's 10K day in May, okay?
Oh, Steve, settle down, mate.
Thank you.
He's out of here.
1 minute of glory for Steve right now.
Yeah, he's going to blow it all in one hit.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Bachelorette parties are a little bit fun, aren't they?
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone loves the penis
someone-
straws.
Oh, that's the worst aspect of it for me.
Is
I
it?
know, just all the
straw.
penis
Just
paraphernalia.
Just that, yeah. It's the tackiness of it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind a classy cocktail soiree,
Yeah.
but
you are next level.
Well, so you might be part of the problem then, actually, because those random little bachelorette parties with the penis straws and that sort of stuff, you know, they usually don't cost that much money, and well, they don't. It's
I know, I was just
it's not
thinking,
about
'cause you can buy 'em in bulk, can't
It
you, the
never
penis
used to be
straws?
about what it looks like. It was just about girls going out being stupid and having fun. This chick in Texas, she was so excited. She's never been asked to be part of a wedding party before.
Yeah, right.
And then finally someone says, I want you to be a bridesmaid. And she was so excited. And then they said, we're having a bridesmaid do, and we're going to be doing it down in a beach house. And she went, oh, great. She thought, literally, not even a beach house. She thought literally we were going down the day to the beach. And everyone's just going to hang out. She says, oh, my gosh, how wrong was I? She has been given a giant list of things that she needs to pay for.
Right.
To go to this thing.
So this isn't to do with the wedding.
No,
this is just
the wedding
pre-wedding shenanigans.
Pre-wedding.
Okay.
So they've been all assigned colour-coordinated outfits, one for each day of 3 days that there will be, including assigned colour, a bikini for each day, a pink dress for a pink theme night, sparkly tots or glitter night, and so forth. So there's several different outfits she has to buy for
Well,
themes.
if you don't own that, you've got to buy it.
And she doesn't own any of that.
Yeah.
2 sets of lingerie per person to give to the bride.
What?
What? Yeah. She said that there will be 10 sets of lingerie for the bride then. Yes, you have to buy the.
You have to buy knickers for the bride.
Yeah,
So
lingerie.
the bride's going to do some kind of a fashion parade or something.
Yeah.
Or she's got irritable bowel syndrome.
Sean's-
We've got to make
She
sure
was like,
we've got it
photos or
covered.
it didn't happen.
There is. This is all being organised by the matron of honour, right?
Okay.
So also they've got to pay for food and all that sort of stuff on the boat, which is fine.
Yes, food
Which
and
is fine.
accommodation, yeah.
Yep. Custom trucker hats. She has to buy them. There's a few of those for each of the days. There is a matching custom matching pajama set and robes. They need to all buy. This is mandatory. You need to buy them. Custom T-shirts for over the weekend as well. She's also complained about the fact that they have to spend a couple of $100 on horse riding. She says, now look, I'm not against horse riding. She goes, but we come from a rural area. We all own horses.
Yes.
And she said, so
it's
us,
not
us
special.
paying
Yes.
money to do something that we do
Yeah.
on a daily basis back at our place.
Seems ridiculous.
Anyway, so she's sort of pushed back and complained about some of this stuff, and she is getting just
So what was the
negativity.
total in all?
Over $1,000 just
Yes.
for this weekend.
Yes,
She
and
said-
that's not to do with
No.
bridesmaid dresses, shoes,
no.
hair,
This is all
makeup
this
and everything. This is just
custom printed stuff, this crazy
This is
stuff.
just for the bridesmaids' weekend away ahead of the wedding.
And she sort of said, she goes, what is happening to the world these days? She goes, none of us can afford to do this. Everything is so over the top. She thinks this is all for Instagram.
Yes.
Which it probably is. People jump down to the comments straight away. And I love this woman. She goes, standard in my circle was pizza and wine followed by a chick flick. The guests generally chipped in to buy a nightie for the bride.
Yeah.
Oh, that's boring as. What a shit night
when
that'd
she
be.
needs 10 sets of lingerie.
But now you're part of the problem.
No,
That's
I'm
right.
not. No
We
one's
can't
gotta have
afford
pizza and
these
just get in
Instagram
our
stuff.
pajamas together on a
What's
pens night.
ridiculous about this is the number of coordinated outfits. Like one T-shirt where everybody goes, bridesmaid to be, that's a bit of fun. Yes, that's
Slightly
fine.
dressed,
It's
mandatory.
30, it's
Yeah.
$30,
Yeah.
but the rest of it is just
She's the only person
too
that's
over the
pushing
top.
back, and she's going, look, I can't afford all of this, and now they're looking at her like she's a monster. One other guy jumped on there and said that he was invited to a Bucks night, and he went along to it. Bucks do. It was a full day of golfing. He doesn't golf at all, and he said it was very expensive to do golfing. And then at the end of the day, they all turned around and said, oh, hey, let's just make a night of it, and let's all get our hotel rooms together, and we can all split a room. And he goes, we live in the same city as the golf course. He goes, I want to go home. So he said, no, I can't afford it. I want to go home. And he got ostracised from the group of people.
Yeah, that'd be
After
standard.
that.
It's a bit over the top.
After that, we want to talk about not just like bachelorette parties and
Yes.
bucks do's and birthday parties, but like in general, is everyone too over the top about things these days?
It is a competition, though. We've kind of grown up in that area, and it's getting worse and worse. It actually is getting worse and worse.
But
and
you go
everything's
like,
a cost.
I mean, it's fair. You go to kids' birthday parties now, and there's 10 mermaids and
I know.
Yeah.
And the kid
Yeah.
is a 1-year-old blob just sitting there taking nothing in, or they fall asleep halfway
I've
through.
been to a
It's not
fair
for the
few.
kids.
I've been
it's not for the
I've been
kids.
to a
It's not
fair
for
few
kids.
celebrations now, where I think that you are at something that is that is over the top, and not in a bad way, but it's just over the top. You can afford to do it. But when there's custom printing for things,
to
me that's an indication.
Yeah, anything more
when
than
there's a backdrop, when there's
the big boards with the welcome to the party. Yeah.
Once somebody sets the standard, it becomes...
Yes.
When you're a kid at the school or
School
friendship
short,
group,
yeah.
someone sets
exactly.
the standard, then you're all cool.
There's
No, you-
pressure.
you need to just-
Some person gets a giant balloon arch, then you've all got giant balloon arches.
You need to bill it as we're going retro. We're having a
Yeah.
retro special party, and it's just a plate of fairy bread.
We want to talk about
I don't
people
disagree.
being too over the top these days
What have
with
you
things,
experienced?
especially with costs of living and stuff. Yeah, let us know what you've gone through or what you've witnessed. Hey,
Breaking news.
Amberly.
Hello, how are you?
Good,
Hey, Amberly.
All right, Amberly, what have you experienced that's just a bit over the top?
It was my 21st birthday 2 years ago, and our family friends, 4 of our families went down south, and all up it was about 10 grand that they spent, and we got merch every day. Every day was a theme, so we all did dancing when we were little, and so I think the first day was Purple People Eaters. So we had the little hat, and we had Purple People Eater T-shirts on, and we all went to the wineries. So, yeah, we had merch, coffee mugs, bags. We had Peter Alexander 90s with our
that's a
logo
must.
engraved.
Amberly, you're saying it was your 21st, one of the people?
Yes, yeah, I was one of the
So
three girls.
you voted, because you would have to have a discussion, wouldn't you?
So were you a part of the decision-making process?
No, so it was all down to our mums, so they planned all of it for us. We had no idea. So each morning we would It was Love Island theme, so they...
Oh, that's great.
Oh, my God.
Love Island theme.
Yeah, they brought a fire pit, so we would have to all... we'll get a text in the morning for adults who are in a different house to the parents.
Yes.
We'll get a text and say, please hang around the fire pit. So we would all go to the fire pit and we'd get texts like they do in Love Island and to introduce like what we had set for the day.
What are you talking about? Oh, my God, Emily, this is too much. Did you think
pretty
it was
funny.
too much, or were you, like, loving it every minute
That's
of it?
pretty funny.
Well, I mean, it was my birthday. Of course I loved it.
Yeah.
Can I just say, isn't it so funny, the cultural shift, right? So,
Yeah.
so our parents look at something like Love Island, they go, that is trash, I don't want my children anywhere near it, right? The new generation of parents...
Yeah, they've leaned in.
They've leaned in. So, you know, we have Caitlin Bassett's dad, he loves watching that sort of
He
stuff.
does, he does.
And here's your friend's parents organising a Love
But
Island
also,
theme.
remember our 21st? It was like a keg in the backyard.
Oh, mate.
100%.
Like, that's it. And it was great.
Yeah.
And we loved it. And everybody loved it. Everybody
Yeah.
had a great time.
Yeah.
That's a
I think-
5-day extravaganza.
That's crazy.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks, Emily. We're going to call her Kylie. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Kylie.
Kylie. Okay, talk to us about when people went a little bit too far.
So I was invited to a birthday party. I'm not going to say the age because I think it's a bit of a crack up.
Okay.
You rock up and there's like a petting zoo, a foam ball pit, and then vans, like food vans. So many. I don't even know what I end up eating because I was like, oh, I'll just go to every single one of them.
Yeah.
They had cocktail bars. They had...
Cocktail bars.
More than
yeah,
one.
and- yeah, there was two. So there was like your creamy ones and then your not so creamy
Oh,
ones.
okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so separated like that. And then, it was... You went around, there was an au pair area where you could draw your nanny area where you dropped your kids off and they could, like, do face painting. It was like a full-blown...
Like Coachella for children.
But if that's
Yeah,
not at the
yeah.
cost of yourself to going, you'd lap it up, wouldn't you?
Yeah, she ate everything.
I had an absolute ball, hey. I can't even remember half the night after the cocktail bar. It was the first birthday party.
First birthday.
You told us you weren't going to say the age.
Until the end, she did a reveal.
Oh,
Sean.
reveal.
It was
Okay,
a
sorry,
reveal.
sorry.
So, Kylie, when that happens, are you a parent?
I'm a parent now, and I'm like, mate, we're going to lollipops, and I
Yes.
feel like I'm splurging on that.
Yeah.
Like,
Because that's
I'm
the thing. That's the expectation. The standard gets set, and then everybody's like, do I have to measure up to that? That's
What is it-
crazy.
Do you take that on board, Sharon, as a parent these days when you...
Kylie.
Sorry, Kylie. When you're as a parent these days, you're looking at a situation and you're going, wait, that's it. Now I feel like that's expected of me. Do you feel that?
Do you know, I'm the parent that's like, no, I'd rather have my kids experience life rather than experience. And, you know, we've got memberships to different zoos, to Aqua, and it's something that we can go and do, 20 times and the kids won't be bored. Where a birthday party, you're not going to remember a first birthday.
No, you don't.
No, but you will. You loved it.
You had a great time. There were 2 cocktail bars. Thanks, Kylie. Sharon's in Jindalee. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hi,
Great,
Sharon.
Shaz. Okay, when did somebody go a bit over the top?
So my friend lives in the UK and she sent me some photographs and videos of like a party and I wasn't actually sure what it was. So there's beautiful table decorations with photographs on the table, big 6-foot letters of somebody's name,
Wow.
and everyone was dancing on the dance floor. It just looked like the best party. I said, must be a wedding, but it just had one name, and I just couldn't work it out. And then when I messaged, it was actually a wake.
I was away.
It was a wake.
Somebody went that over the top for a wake.
That's
A
great.
wake. It had 6-foot letters of the guy's name who passed, and photographs on the table, and sent us like decorations with flowers, and I've never seen nothing like it. It was so over the top.
Oh my God! So I wonder if that was his request
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
be
I want
over
everybody
the
to-
top
Yeah.
in death.
Or maybe he's just an amazing guy and everybody really wanted to celebrate
I
his
want my
life.
life to be celebrated.
Yeah.
I mean, people say that regularly.
But
Yeah, I know, but that's, it's a plate of sandwiches and maybe some sausage rolls. Like, you don't...
Yeah, we want the music pumping,
Yeah.
everyone having a good time.
Yeah. But, like, your name in giant lit-up letters.
Yeah, Sean wants that.
Yeah.
Sean wants that.
Have you
Good
seen
on
my
you,
hallway at
Sharon.
home?
Thank you.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
We're joined by not one, but 2 award-winning comedians. First up, Tom Ballard.
Tom Ballard.
What did you win, Tom?
I won the Lions Youth of the Year in 2004.
Yes.
And
tough year
Rhys
too.
Nicholson. What did you win, Rhys?
I mean, this feels awful. I
I won I didn't win any sporting things or any kind of charity things, but I did win Most Outstanding Show at Melbourne Comedy Festival in 2022 and then the Sydney one as well.
Highest honour.
I wasn't doing the festival that year. I want to make that clear that I actually wasn't in the festival that year, so it was like...
Actually, a lot of people weren't. Yeah. A lot of there was almost no internationals that year. It was still pretty COVID-y, and I think that's the best. I really made a global health crisis my own.
It's good.
When we found out that we had an opportunity to speak to both of you, we realised, wait, you two know each other very well, so this is the first time that we've chucked two people together.
Two guests together to fight to the death.
Guests together.
And Tom, you requested that Rhys not come into the studio. That was part of your deal.
Rhys is in quarantine in a undisclosed location, which we will not discuss.
Rhys,
we can't be in the same room.
The room you're in looks very
stark.
Yes, it looks like something that the government has given a small charity group to use and doesn't put any money into it.
What's going on there?
Good radio. Let's talk about the room. I'm renovating a house with my husband.
Yes.
Is it still relatable? My second home. We're renovating my second home. Anyway, come to my show. I need money.
Yes, I'll second that
motion. Because I need to buy a third home.
Yeah. There's a hole in my heart about the size of a two-bedroom apartment in the city.
I've wanted to be a renovator. I think that's in me to renovate a place. Is it a romanticised process?
My husband does a lot of it. This is the first time I've been here in weeks.
Anything.
How involved are you? Yes, you're not. I love you, Rhys, but you're not the most masked person in the world. How involved are you in the sort of hammer and nail?
All right, Kettle. I mean, you know what? I quite enjoy getting involved in things where, like, anything involving demolition.
Yeah,
like, I can do that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yes.
Like, I was out in the yard the other day with, like, a chainsaw and stuff. This is unrelated to I was having an mental health crisis. But it's the fixing of things that I can't do. That's where my husband, Kyron, comes in.
Yeah, I'm incapable.
Some stuff up.
I'm very much incapable.
I think we've all seen the block, and you always know which one of you will go shopping and which one of you would stay on site. Are you handy at all? No. Do you have tools? Do you have tools?
I have my boyfriend.
Careful, commercial radio in the morning.
I have toys. Is that it?
I'm sure I can hammer a nail into that.
No, my boyfriend's quite handy. He's gay in all but sort of name, I suppose. And so he's very good at fixing all those kind of things. And I just provide snacks.
Why don't you tell him what your boyfriend does?
He's a circus acrobat.
Are you serious?
I'm absolutely serious.
Wow.
Does little flips and stuff.
He does.
Hey.
And we're both equally talented and have great bodies.
Okay, so wait there.
That's true.
What's that like? Because I'm guessing, I don't know. I'm just going to say...
Are you saying the great body thing?
No. I'm going to talk about like something that I can't do. I'm going to assume you can't do it either. I can't touch my toes.
No, I'm very inflexible. Can't do anything.
He can do, I'm guessing, the major splits and stuff like that?
Yes, he can do that. He mainly does like rope acts and stuff, and he's very good at juggling. Yep. But he's like a lot of people stand on his shoulders.
So what's that like, being in a relationship with someone that can do all these tricks and you can't? What's that like?
Well, I have more money than him.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a good trick.
That is a good trick. We've got comedy on comedy right now. Tom Ballard is in the studio. And joining us from his Renovator's Delight, Rhys Nicholson is headed our way. Huge big party congratulations showing at the Regal Theatre May 10. Rhys, I like this.
Yes.
You've got your own gin.
Yes. Me and Melbourne Gin Company did a I think a collab is what the young people with lots of followers say. I know that people kept putting Rhys Nicholson X Melbourne Gin Company, and I don't know what that means, but I guess we're timesing each other.
So is it a certain flavour, Rhys? What is it?
It's like, I wouldn't say it's like flavoured. It's like a dry gin. It's like good for a martini, and it's got ruby grapefruit and like a small amount of like ginger in it. So there's like warmth. I was about to say on the back end. We've all been there, but it's delicious.
I really wish that I liked gin. I don't like it. The taste is offensive to me. I think it's terrible.
You water it down though. See, but what are you drinking it with? Are you drinking it with tonic?
I've tried. I've tried it with tonic. I've tried different mixes and stuff like that. There's something just about the taste of gin. It's just not pleasant to me, and I want it to be, because gin is the thing at the moment. It's
gin's in, baby.
I know, but everybody was against it.
You're scared of your own emotions. That's what I think, Nathan.
I'm not tapping into that minefield.
It is a thing that no one was into, because everyone's saying, "Oh, nah, it's cheap, it's nasty." And now all of a sudden it's the thing.
So that's what attracted Rhys to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've based a career on being both of those things. Thank you very much.
So, Rhys, your show, Huge Big Party, congratulations. About your wedding, yeah?
I mean, kind of. Tom would know this as well. We have to name our shows well before our fingies go near the laptop. And the only reason it's called Huge Big Party Congratulations is when we sent out my wedding invites, my father-in-law replied in all capitals with no punctuation, Huge Big Party Congratulations. And I couldn't stop saying it. You know when like a phrase just gets stuck in your head and I just kept, well, it's a Huge Big Party Congratulations. Huge Big Party Congratulations.
Did you get ChatGPT to do that? That sounds like an automated response.
I mean, there's a good chance my father-in-law is ChatGPT.
It reminds me of, there's a guy that used to work with us in promotions, right? And we had to come up with these ideas of things we could possibly do. And I had an idea. I had an idea about maybe we can go on those mystery flights, get everyone, get all our listeners to get dressed up in fancy dress and not know where we're going, and then land in a small town, go and have lunch, and it'll be a whole big thing. And then we'll just workshopping a name, and this guy's name was Andy, and he goes, actually, wait there, what about something like fancy dress plane ride?
Okay, it's a plane ride with fancy dress.
That happened probably over 15 years ago, and we have not let it go.
It is what it says, we'll be honest.
Does Andy still work there, or does he work at like another network in like Kununurra now?
Andy now works for big
in LA.
Yes.
Yeah, he's doing great things.
Incredible branding awareness. We heard about a fancy airplane ride, and we got to get this guy.
Fancy dress plane ride.
We started working with a guy called Hamish.
You just got told that you were off camera by Sam, our digital content.
No, he wasn't off camera. He was blocking my shot.
Blocking that shot.
Remember back in the day, guys? Remember back in the day when radio was about speaking and you didn't have to worry about being on camera? Isn't it amazing, Tom, how far it's come?
I'm sorry for blocking a shot, everyone. I apologise. Let's shoot this whole thing again.
So when you were at Triple J way back when, way back when,
years, decades ago.
Before it all went to the dogs.
Was there a lot of pressure on you to like brush your hair in the morning and stuff?
We were just 2010 is when I started, so I think that's when people were much more conscious about it was all starting, right, this idea of viral content and taking photos and taking videos and that kind of thing, which I resented heartily. I remember Kate Langbrook saying to me once, like, the best thing about breakfast radio is you can go in your Ugg boots, and she used to like wear pajamas on air because gave a hoot what you look like, and then it all changed.
I know. Now you're blocking my shot.
Yes, I know. God, I gotta move over here. Sorry, Miss Nat. Sorry, apologies. Don't look her in the eye. Don't look her in the eye.
Yeah.
We lived together when you were doing breakfast radio, and what because I was doing a lot of late night stand up, and you were doing, and we were just like ships in a night for kind of like a year almost. But I'll never living with someone doing breakfast radio is because you're on such different schedules, but because you'd have to get ready so early in the morning, I'll never forget most mornings I'd go to go to have a shower or something in the morning, and there would be a single banana skin in the bin in the bathroom.
I was very
and it was always, it was like slightly, I was like, I hope I understand the semantics of how this happens.
Who got more annoyed with the time difference? Because you're getting up, you could be, Rhys could be sleeping in, or vice versa. You're trying to sleep and Rhys is getting in.
You had a real job, so that was the difference.
Well, talking about Tame Impala for 3 hours is not really a real job. But,
what about if it's talking about Taylor Swift for 3 hours? Because
that's a real job.
We're in trouble.
That's a real job. We're doing incredible live reads for the lottery.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think there was sometimes
and resource companies.
Yes,
as well. Thank you.
I think there was some times when we passed each other in the night. I think I was literally going to work and you were just coming home.
Oh yeah, that hurts.
You would often find me asleep, sometimes on the floor in the lounge room, in a full suit and like a face of makeup. I just I'm going to have a little sit down here for a minute, and then 2 hours later you'd find me.
And I think that person is going to get their own gin one day.
Yeah, that's right. And renovate their second
Do you guys remember how much your rent was back then?
A few shillings.
Do you remember it?
I think it was a chicken a week, wasn't it? A chicken a week and a doubloon.
Mine was $50 a week when I first moved out, and we had a mob called Radio Rentals that we'd pay for the fridge.
For the fridge and the TV.
So get this. So I'm living in East Vic Park at the time. We'd found this house, and we decided you want to get as much money as you can into your pocket. So that means you rent the worst place.
Yep.
It was right next to Ursula Frayne Primary School at the time, and we got a 3-bedroom house for $100 a week, and we were paying $33 each
Yeah.
a week rent.
Why are you telling us this?
Because I think people should know.
That's the first time he was banned from a school.
And not the last. All right, Rhys Nicholson's show, a huge big party. Congratulations, and now we know why. Regal Theatre, May 10. Tickets from rhysnicholson.com. You've got a book as well. God, you're a bit of a routiner.
I got a book called
gin.
Dish.
A book and gin.
It's fine.
RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under as well.
Do you have merch as well? Do you have can we buy a Rhys hoodie?
No.
Well, you're an idiot.
What would I do? I always think when I work with like the queens from Drag Race,
I know, they all
always
do
have
that
they have
stuff.
such incredible merch.
I know.
Yeah. No one wants my face on.
How
a
do
hoodie,
you know?
I don't think.
Come
I've
on.
asked.
You
And
used to
you've
sell
got to-
badges and everything.
I used to sell badges. I make pins, and I used to sell bow ties that I used to make.
That's
that was
right.
like
So
a
you would
big
make
part
them
of my
personally
thing.
yourself?
Yeah. I'd sit and I had a little sewing room, and I would sit and I'd make
When
little
Rhys
bow
was supposed
ties
to be
and
writing
stuff.
their show, they'd be making the bow ties to sell
Yeah.
the show. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you would come out.
It's
You
almost
would,
when I stopped making the bow ties, the shows got better.
so as you were doing your shows, you had a little Etsy stall outside where you'd sell your
I really did.
wares.
I really did.
I pay for the rent, man.
He's renovating his second house, Nathan.
You're right. Only so he can buy his third. So just remember, he's going through a lot.
We love your work, Rhys. Thank you for catching up with us
Thanks,
this morning.
Rhys.
Bye.
Thanks, Rhys.
Bye.
Tom's going to stick around.
Yeah,
though.
Tom's not going.
We can bitch about Rhys.
Yeah,
after.
some of us are in studio, right? Some of us are committed to promoting their work face to face.
Instead of sitting in our second home.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun podcast.
Tom Ballard, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Still in the house.
So, Tom, we were just hearing about a work trip.
Sorry,
you've
was
got
that a clap
coming
sound
up.
effect?
Yes, it was.
Golf club.
Golf club.
I see, all right.
Yeah.
Do you want a bigger one?
Yes, I would.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
That's great. Oh, they had to go.
I'm very needy.
crowd
I'm bombing
stand.
from like pre-recorded sound effects.
When's the last work trip we had? Like work trip?
We went to Canberra to see the
Have
Prime Minister.
dinner with the Prime Minister.
But we're not
Okay, so
organising
that
our-
sounds way
yeah.
fancy. That never happens, by the way. That was just one very special thing that happened to us during our entire radio career.
Yeah.
Where are you going for your next work trip?
Well, in July, I'll be heading to Europe, ever heard of it? And the UK. Starting in Switzerland, the UK, Edinburgh for a month. Then I'll be going to Ireland and where else? Cork. That's in Ireland.
That is in Ireland,
yes.
yes.
Yeah. Ireland and Cork. Yes, but I'm doing a bit of like a trot around Europe telling wonderful jokes.
Okay, Tom, this is fantastic for all of us who don't get the opportunity to do that. Can you go, I haven't been to, I don't know, Lake Como or somewhere like that, and go find yourself to be able to do a show over there somehow, and then you can write the whole thing off. Is that how it operates?
I will be claiming all my expenses. Yes, it's all very important work. Yes, that's crucial. I've never gigged in Europe at all, and apparently there is quite a thriving comedy scene, and they all speak amazing English, of course. But I've been told that it might be a little bit more reserved. The responses to your wonderful jokes.
How do you react to that?
I know. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, because the
like
golf club
Australia.
got you up just a second ago.
you're already
That
upset.
sounded like Norway right there.
Can I say, looking at a sea of like the blank stares and people not getting you, and then if that happened once during a show, no worries. But then if it was to happen again and again, I would just want to walk off, and you can't. You've got to.
I guess it's a great excuse. If I bomb, I'll be like, oh, it's just a language thing.
You're going to roll out all of your Australian political comedy?
No, that's the big problem. This show that I've written is very much about the voice referendum last year.
Yes.
Because the suitcase, they put things on his head. Hey,
We've seen Baby Reindeer. We know how it works.
It's going to be me wearing a cork hat, playing a wobble board. No, I've written a lot about the voice referendum in Australian politics, and so I need to like fix the show between now and when I go overseas to try and make it relevant for them to care at all.
You would have done Edinburgh before.
Yes, this will be my 6th or 7th.
Talk to us about how crazy that whole situation is.
It's crazy.
It is mad, isn't it, for a whole month.
Biggest arts festival in the world, takes over the whole city. There are like thousands and thousands of shows, and you're competing against jugglers and weird burlesque acts and circus freaks, and you are just trying to cut through and trying to get randoms into your show. And look, there's a few people over there who know I am, but generally it's people taking a punt of like a guy.
So you're literally begging people in the street to come to your show.
So you yourself are out there asking.
I have been out there flyering on the streets of Edinburgh and have been recognised by some Australians who are really concerned about my career. But I'm like, no, this is normal.
You do.
Yeah, but you were spinning a sign for Domino's that time.
Hey, that's a passion project. Okay? I just think they make a great product.
It's an amazing place to walk around Edinburgh, where you're walking up these massive hills and it's all cobblestones.
Yes.
There's a pub on every
That
street.
Royal Mile is amazing.
Yes, it's sort of it's exhausting, and like you just shed money left, right, and centre. But there is a magic about it.
Yes.
People are just in love with the arts.
We work with a guy called Matt Storer, who is a comedian, and he did a show last year. He went to Edinburgh.
Yes.
His first time there, and then he got laryngitis and couldn't do 10 shows.
Oh God!
So that's kind of the nightmare, isn't it? Because it's an expensive exercise.
Yes, and also the one of the venues is the Cowgate, which is like the bit in Scotland, in Edinburgh, where they used to take, literally transport cows through, and also where they used to keep bodies during the Black Plague. So you are performing your show in a in a venue deep in the dark caverns, which is probably riddled with disease. So it's a real
good time.
Oh, that's great.
Will survive or not?
I'm performing at a venue called the Monkey Barrel at 4:20 p.m. in the afternoon for the whole month.
The Comedy
you
Golden
can book your
Hour.
tickets right now.
Is that truly what time you're doing it? 4:20 in the afternoon.
Well, this is it. It starts at like 11 a.m. It goes all day.
Yeah, I know, but like there are people at work.
So
Like, that's not
okay.
a classic comedy
that's
hour.
Not bad. That's not bad though, because you get to have your day and then you go
It's
do
their
your
summer holidays
shows
as well. So lots of people are on break. Plus 4:20. Am I allowed to do that in this state? That's probably a crime. Sorry.
Yeah, probably,
golf clap. Yes, please.
Harry loved it.
Lucky it wasn't on camera. Oh, wait there. There's more cameras than the Big Brother house in here.
Now, you're here for the Perth Comedy Festival, doing a show at the Rechabite Hall on May 3rd. Just the one.
Just the one, baby. In and out. I'm at the gala tonight and tomorrow night doing some gigs around town. But yes, one show only. The Rechabite's big enough for me. I'm no Rhys Nicholson.
Yeah, well, there's no third house on his agenda, is there?
No.
Get
his money in Europe.
comedy.com.au. Tom, it's always a pleasure. Thank you for
Thanks,
coming
Tom.
on.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun podcast.
Hey, Ali, we don't want to give us the names and you wouldn't, but like, are you going to go for something Hollywoody or are you going to go for something classic?
So I like the interesting ones. I like the different ones.
Yes, so
And
you
weird
like the
spelling.
Yes,
yes.
Not weird spellings. Like let's not make the poor kid's life any harder.
Yeah.
But Dougie likes the classics. So
And is it
a
like
real
the
battle.
classics like the Penelopes, like the really old school ones, or the classics like Jason?
Sharon,
Shazza, yeah. No, he likes the clay. Just something they're not going to get bullied for. He keeps
so like
saying,
Grace
you know?
or
Yeah.
yes.
Really like nice.
Thomas,
Yeah.
you know.
But I'm like, I want Sailor. I want Scout. And he's like, no. It's so hard. Oh my goodness.
it's a lot of pressure.
We'll get the audience to vote on it.
Just
usually.
name them after Shaun's children.
Do you think Jason is a classic? I'm not sure.
No, but like Jason will
I
be
don't
a
like
classic.
George. It's quite
No,
strong,
but
you know what I mean?
that's the
Jason's
thing.
definitely
Sean.
not in the running.
No. You've got Georges, you've got
I love
Arthurs, you've
Jason's,
got
by the way.
you got all that sort of stuff. The new wave of
Yeah.
old school
No,
names.
but
Then you've got Jasons, your Stevens, all that sort of stuff.
Your
But
classics
some
are more
people
like
those
Thomas,
names.
William, that where we had when we were
Edward.
kids and now. Yeah.
There is a baby that has been named this year that is Jason.
No, I don't think so.
Of course there is.
I actually don't.
All right. If you've named your baby Jason
I'm with the Thomases, the Williams,
in the last
the
5
Georges.
years.
If there is a Jason being born in the last 5 years, it was called because apparently no one's naming their baby Jason
think so.
anymore.
This year.
Jason
Oh,
Bourne?
born this year.
Jason
A Jason
Bourne.
born.
So what are you saying? It has to be
Amy's
born.
saying this year.
Last 6 months.
Okay, the last
All right.
6 months, the last
Okay.
12 months. Last 12 months. All right, Jason.
Okay.
Apparently you don't exist, baby Jason.
Nathan, Nat, and Shaun podcast.
Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your containers. Shake your containers. Okay.
Our containers are full of change in the studio. Don't waste your 10-cent containers. Give them another life at containersforchange.com.au.
We're about to play a round of containers of change. We've got 60 cents worth of empty containers in front of us.
Yeah. We're loaded.
Some are empty and some have got cash inside. We don't know how it's been divided up. We know there's $1,000 in total.
The first opportunity goes to Gary from Aussie Park. G'day, Gaz.
How you going, guys?
Oh, good, Gary.
buddy.
Bit of money in your pocket wouldn't go astray right now, hey?
Oh, it'd be great, be great.
All right, buddy. So we've got like a whole bunch
Array.
of booze cans and bottles. Let's start with what there is. All right. So there is a Smirnoff and there is a gin and tonic.
That's right.
Then we have a ginger beer and a hard-rated solo.
Then there's a Strongbow apple cider and a Squealing Pig Rosé Gin Secco. Yes, it's from my bin, all right.
Are you drawn to one of these, Gary?
Yeah, I do like a hard solo, so I might go the hard solo.
Okay, are you on schoolies, are we?
Open it up,
Gary,
Shaun.
righto, that's in front of me. Fantastic news.
Yeah, hard
Nat
solo.
drank all these last night, which is very interesting.
Yeah, Shaun likes to
That was
drink.
before dinner.
Sean drinks the soft Fanta.
I was going to say, I drank heaps more than that.
Gary, for picking the hard-rated solo, you're going to walk away with no dollars.
Oh, Gary!
What are you talking about, Gaz?
Oh, I'm so sorry,
You're a
Gary.
Bugger.
I know.
I know.
I would have given you money.
Devastating. The other
You
5
are.
people went, woo. Michelle is in Hammond Park. Morning, Michelle.
Hello, how are you?
Hi,
Great,
Michelle.
Michelle.
So, Michelle, we've left now with the Smirnoff vodka bottle. We've got gin and tonic.
Bombay Sapphire.
Yeah.
Got the ginger beer, of course.
And Strongbow apple cider and a Squealing Pig rosé gin secco. What do you want to open?
We'll go to Prosecco, please.
Yeah, righto.
Prosecco.
It's a gin secco, actually, everybody.
Yeah. Squealing Pig rosé gin secco. What a great combination.
Right, let's see if there
All
was
right.
a cash amount in there.
Michelle, you have won $0. I'm sorry, Michelle. Sorry, Michelle.
Are you two... What
Sorry,
is your problem, you
Michelle.
two?
Well, I was just mucking around. Nat was serious not to give her any money then.
James, it's not going too well so far, but
going good for James.
but maybe increasing your odds a little
Yeah.
bit, buddy. So we've got some containers left. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, so James, we've got a Smirnoff, we've got a Bombay Sapphire
Sapphire.
gin and tonic.
We got the Matzo's a ginger beer.
And the Strongbow apple cider. Which one would you like to open?
We'll go Smirnoff.
Smirnoff, Nathan.
Smirnoff.
You would have done some damage on these in your day.
Smirnoff. God, remember the Ruskies?
Yes.
Ruskies, really.
Lemon Ruskies. Hello.
How much sugar in those was there?
None.
No, here we go. Bit of money would be good,
Okay,
wouldn't it, James?
James.
Bit of money would be good. You've won nothing.
Oh,
I don't know.
sorry,
This is
James.
one of those things where we hope people haven't forgot to put it in.
I know. Todd's in Applecross. Morning, Todd.
Morning, guys. Happy hump day.
Thanks,
good on you,
buddy.
Todd.
We know
Thanks.
there's $1,000 somewhere. I mean, up to
Ooh.
split. It could be split. Could be a lump sum. We don't know.
Yeah. Todd, do you require some money at the moment?
Doesn't everybody?
Yeah.
What
it's a
for,
great
though?
point.
What's the importance of it, though, Todd?
We've got to do something about our dishwasher. It's playing up, so
Mate.
Don't want to have to turn the tap on in the sink. Ugh, gross. Okay.
Old school.
that's terrible.
There's 3 containers left.
So we have a Bombay Sapphire gin and tonic.
We got the Matzo ginger beer.
And the Strongbow apple cider. Which one's it going to be?
I'll have the Matzo ginger beer.
Of course
please.
you would.
That's what I do as well. It's a bit too
Right.
sweet for me, Shaun, so I'll actually I'll water that down with some soda water. What? What?
That's ridiculous, mate.
Why? It's a bit too sweet for me.
That's ridiculous.
You don't own my sweet buds.
I'm just going to say, we're no longer friends.
Oh, we were no longer friends
was
about
it.
half an hour ago when you did another thing.
I did apologise.
No, you don't
I
apologise
apologise
to
to
that.
everybody in the room.
Tell Todd what he's won.
Todd, for picking the Matzo ginger beer.
What have you won? Has he won? Have we
$250!
$250
been in India.
Todd. $250.
Wow, that's great. Thank you very much.
No worries,
Settle
Todd.
down, Todd.
All
Let
right.
your feelings
And now
out at
Todd's got a
once.
big day. He's going to contact his boss, quit.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, just live the high life.
Hayley, hello.
Hello.
Hi,
All right,
Hayley.
Hayley, there are 2 containers left.
We have a Bombay Sapphire gin and tonic and
And a Strongbow apple cider.
what
Which
are you
one?
feeling? What are you feeling?
Gin and tonic.
I knew you were going to
Gin and
say that. I
tonic.
could just feel it, Hayley.
Hayley, what do
You're a
you,
girl after my own heart.
Hayley, what do you require money for at the moment?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Yeah, at this very
Fair
moment. Yeah.
We've got a new coffee machine here in Nova.
Yeah.
It's one of those like proper ones. And I've told Amy, our producer, who buys a coffee every day, if you reduce your coffees now to 3 times a week buying them, you're going to be saving how much, Amy? About
$10.
$10 a week.
$40 a month.
Amy, gotta go. All right,
Put that towards your darts, Amy.
you darts. You darts. You darts.
What's
Anyone
Hayley
smoke
won?
these days?
Hayley.
Hayley,
Hayley, do you like
Yes.
money?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I do.
Would you like $600?
I would like $600.
Then you're getting $600.
That's buying a lot of coffee,
Really?
Hale.
Yes, Haley. $600.
Oh,
good.
How good's that, mate?
Crazy.
I know.
Get rid of the
Nice
Macona.
work. Well done. And April from Greenfields. Hi, April.
Bye.
Hey, hey.
Hey,
Well,
Apes.
there's only one left, April.
Yeah.
And if you've been doing your maths, you'll know
April has no time for math.
that in the Strongbow apple cider, and it's Blossom Rosé cider.
There you go.
Whatever,
Did you mix this with any of it?
just sweet, dry, and draft. That wasn't mine. April,
Yes.
you've won $150.
Oh, April.
That's nice and easy.
I know, and better than nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Which is what James, Gary, and Michelle all won.
Fantastic. But don't worry, those guys, plus everyone else you spoke to,
Yes.
is in with the chance to take out Nova's 10K a day in May.
Yeah, I know. That's a nice little sweetener, isn't
Yep.
it? Well done. So, Todd, Hayley, and April
Yep.
all scored cash. Well played.
Tomorrow, Containers of Change will return. I think that we tomorrow are entering our carton era.
Okay, I like
Do we
it.
have to do
Carton.
some top chills today?
We're going to have to pound some chills.
Oh, no, I'm lactose intolerant.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
I think a lot of people have been seeing Margot Robbie being a bridesmaid at a friend's wedding on the Gold Coast.
Imagine being one of the other bridesmaids. The pressure. I know they're all school friends and stuff, but still, when you've got to stand next to Margot Robbie in the same dress. Oh,
Nat and I were talking this morning about it, and I said we so much concentrate on trying to become friends with Chris Hemsworth.
Yes.
That sometimes I think we've overlooked. Don't even look at the fact that Margot Robbie would be just as good to be friends with. I remember seeing her on the red carpet. Angela Bishop was talking to her about one of her movies, and all of those same girls that she was bridesmaids with were walking past, and they just yelled out, "Maggot!" And she's
that's
all,
her nickname, obviously, yeah.
And I just went straight away with that. I think, God, you'd be fun to have in your life. And I feel like from what I've seen from Margot, I would get along famously with her. I think that we would get along really well.
Oh, so
I do feel that. I do feel
you
that.
got best friends vibes?
Well, okay, not as... I do think that who I would be best friends with would be Emma Stone.
Emily. You have to start calling her. She wants to be called Emily
yeah,
now.
She wants to go back to her original name.
Yep.
So, yeah, I do think that I know enough about her to know that we would get along very well.
Nathan Moorhead.
And she's
and
just
she knows
constantly
me.
calling your
and
name.
she knows me. So,
Yeah.
I mean...
That's true. That's true.
Who do you, so you do truly believe with all of your heart that you and Chris Hemsworth would be good friends?
I think we've got a lot in common.
Yeah, you do. Even though I think I'll be really good friends with him as well, I don't have that thing in common, but I think I might be one of those opposite friends. You know those friends that you've got that have got nothing to do with you?
And you need them in your life.
Yeah.
Because you've
But I
both
think
got hot older wives, haven't you?
We
There's
have
that,
too.
Yeah?
Yeah,
See?
that's bloody good. Surfing.
Ever so slightly older.
Yeah, the surfing and all that kind of stuff. But I was thinking that maybe Matt Damon might be my angle, because I know he's bought some horses in since he's been living in Australia.
And Matt Damon looks a little bit more desperate.
Yes.
Doesn't he? And Matt Damon knows that everyone wants to go to Chris Hemsworth, and Matt Damon's just happy to be there because it makes him look slightly younger and relevant. And that's your in. His insecurities. His insecurities are your in.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Natalie, who are you?
I think it's pretty obvious that I would be best friends with Adele. I think.
Okay.
We've both lost significant weight.
Yes.
We've got that to talk about.
Talk about that.
When we went out for dinner, we just share one little entree-sized dish.
You both like a drink?
We both like a drink. We're both hilarious. She can sing, I can't, so there's differences we can explore as well. She's just a genuine, funny person. I can imagine being great friends. A girls' weekend away with her would be brilliant.
One night I had a really vivid dream that I was hanging out with Nicole Kidman in this opulent bathroom, and we were there for like hours, right? You know those dreams where they feel like they're playing a real time when you're woken up, you've had that experience. So when I woke up that day, I realised that I would be very good friends with Nicole Kidman because it had already happened in my head. And like we got along
Keith as
so
well, or just Nick?
Keith, I don't mind Keith.
He's not offensive.
Yeah, but I don't have to be best. You don't have to be best friends with your.
You'd like to wash his hair every now and then.
Yeah, that's true.
What?
I think I'd like to wash his hair every now and then.
We want to ask this question of you, and I know that
simple.
you've probably thought about it because, you might be slightly obsessed with someone, but have you really thought about a situation, looked at a celebrity and gone, from what I know about you and what I know about me, if we were to meet...
Definitely we'd be best friends.
That'd be it.
We'd be mates.
That'd be
simple. Tracy, hello.
Hello.
Hi, Tracy.
Tracy, who is the person that if you were to meet them, that you're fairly confident you would become besties?
Super
super random, but Khloe Kardashian.
Not any of the other Kardashians or Jenners, just Khloe.
Just Khloe.
I do feel like I would
She's the
be
most
good
real
friends
one, do
with
you think?
Khloe as well. Yeah, the others are just like Khloe. Just she's a straight shooter like Tracy and I, isn't she?
She is.
Yeah.
We're both the black sheep of the family. We laugh at our own jokes.
Yep.
Early risers for fitness. We both
Had a
love
lot of work
animals.
done.
Oh, right, Trace.
Upfront, blunt, and say it how it is. Love a dance and a party. The list can go on.
You've really thought about it.
Trace,
She
okay,
loves to
well, there's a lot of
dance.
connections there.
No, I can see that.
Who's her partner again?
She's had many failed relationships.
She's single at the moment.
She was with Lamar Odom.
Yeah.
Odom. She was with him, and then she was with.
Didn't he have a sex addiction?
Yeah, there was a few cheaty kind of
He had a
stuff.
lot of addictions.
Yeah.
And then the last guy, I can't remember his name, but he was another basketballer as well. Yeah, so.
Oh, the tall one.
The tall one. I thought you were being serious. I was like, yeah, that's him. You know him.
All right, Tracy's going to be besties with Khloe K. Sarah, hello.
Good morning.
Hi, Sarah. You put a lot of thought into this. Who's the celebrity that you're pretty certain you'd be besties with?
Yes, I thought about that since I was probably about 13. Pink and I, we would just get along like a house on fire.
Well, you're going to have to push Rove out of the way first.
Yeah, they are tight.
Okay, so you've thought about this since you're 13. Why do you know that you and Pink were supposed to be friends?
Oh, because she's just down to earth. She's got a good sense of humour.
True.
As we've gotten older, right, we've got long-term partners. I've been married for 18 years. We've both got 2 kids. I love wine. She loves wine. I'm not vegan, but I think about it for sure. I definitely support her choices on that.
Sure.
Oh, that's a lovely
You're not going to
friend.
force her to go to a steakhouse.
What about
I
the
like that.
acrobatic type of thing, Sarah? Can you do any flips and stuff?
Can you swing from the ceiling?
Oh, I haven't tried, but I think I can.
I don't think that she's the type of person that says you need to be able to do Cirque du Soleil tricks to be my friend. I think she's one of those people that say, I'll take care of that.
She's so lovely.
Yeah, she is so lovely. She is so lovely, isn't she?
Sarah, when she was in town and my cousin was hanging out with her, a lot of my cousins got to meet her. They went out for dinner because she was just like, just hang out with us. And is it Travis Barker?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
No, Corey Hart.
Corey Hart. They were saying he was so lovely.
Yeah.
As well.
I bet. I could. Yeah.
But remember, here we are all saying, oh my God, she'd be so nice. And like, oh, Khloe, you know she'd be such a good person. But remember, we all thought that about Alan. Everyone across the board thought that Alan was the kindest person, and now I just read an article about her saying that she lost her career for the second time. Now, no one in Hollywood wants anything to do with her because they found out that the lady that says to everyone to have fun and dance can be mean.
The one that says be kind to each other at the end of the show was mean to the people that you work with.
So we don't know.
No, but
Pink might be a monster.
Pink might be like that.
No.
But you got. All of your cousins went for dinner, but
Well,
not
I
you.
didn't go.
You didn't get invited?
I didn't go to the show. I gave tickets to Mum and Dad. Remember, my dad said he's never asked me for anything, but he wanted to ask me for Pink tickets.
Maybe that in there was Rove. The guy that was on the yacht with her.
That's right.
I don't know.
Perth Symphony, by the way, is bringing Taylor Swift's hits to life. The RSC Arena, May 17. Booked now at perthsymphony.com. That's going to go to Tracy because she had a lot to do with.
She's really thought about Khloe
Kardashian.
But Tracy and Sarah in the running for Nova's 10K a day in May because they got on air with us. Hello, Ross.
Hello.
Hi, Ross.
Hey, Ross.
Who would you be besties with? Which celebrity do you know you'd have something in common with?
I mean, I don't know if this is like high on the celebrity list, but I think someone like you need a commonality, right? So I was just thinking.
Is it Nathan, Nat, and Sean?
Well, I've been trying that for years. It hasn't worked out.
What is it?
So I reckon Tim Blackwell, someone who's really into radio.
Tim?
Wow, aim high.
It can't be someone that we know.
Well, I don't really know him.
Well, we do.
Well,
No.
someone like, who's really into radio. And
No, can I say someone for you? It would be... No. I reckon that you would be really good friends with one of the Jonas Brothers.
Oh, I would like that.
I do. I think that they're not too edgy, and I think they're very family orientated, and I think that's where you live.
Do you think that I'd be like the older brother where they could come to me for advice? No?
Oh, no, they wouldn't look at your life and say, I want to get any guidance from that.
Oh, thanks for bringing me back.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.